faculty member to speak at their commencement ceremony. This year, the class of 2013 has chosen Mrs. Barbara Lymans for that honor. Ms. Lymans has been a teacher for 21 years, with 20 of those years at community high school. Ms. Lymans is a graduate of Northwestern University and Dominican University and started her career as a nurse for 20 years before making a career change and entering the world of education. In her 20 years at CHS, she has taught world history, American government, and psychology, and has been a sponsor of Student Council, National Honor Society, and was sponsor of the Equestrian Club, even though she is deathly afraid of horses. Outside of her work, Ms. Lymans is active in the community, having served on the District 33 Board of Education and worked as a legislative aide to state representatives. Currently, Ms. Lymans serves on the Plan Commission of West Chicago and is a board member of the League of Women Voters. Ms. Lymans shares a unique link with the class of 2013 in that she too is moving on from community high school, having officially retired just several days ago when the school year ended. And with that being said, it is my pleasure to introduce to you Ms. Barbara Lymans.
All been waiting for all year. But now, I'm sure we're all feeling kind of sentimental. Your parents are looking back and thinking, how could that little kid they walked to kindergarten 13 years ago be ready to cross a stage in a cap and gown to accept a diploma when they still can't figure out that dishes go in the sink and not under the bed? I'm thinking this is the last time you'll call me Mrs. Lymans. From now on, I'll be Barb. You're probably thinking, how you're going to miss hanging around with your friends that you've gone to school with for ever so long. So in a way, we're all here to celebrate an end of a stage in our lives and the beginning of a new stage, life after high school. One where I can read all night and sleep late in the morning. One where your parents will be a little lonelier when they look at the empty chair at the dinner table, and more than a little grateful they won't have any more candy sales and parent open houses to attend after a long day of work. And for you, a world of no bells and no bathroom passes. Up till now, you probably feel that you haven't been able to make any real choices, but starting tomorrow, your life will be open to a vast array of choices, as you all take different paths. Starting tomorrow, the choices you make will have an impact on who you are and your future. I'm not talking about the choice of what cell phone plan to get or what drink to order at Starbucks. I'm referring to the choices that you'll make regarding the life that you'll live and hopefully be proud of. Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, outlined some of the choices you'll be making in the future. Will inertia be your guide? Or will you follow your convictions? Will you wilt under criticism? Or will you follow your passions? Will you bluff it out when you're wrong? Or will you apologize? When it gets tough, are you going to give up? Or are you going to be relentless? Will you be clever at the expense of others? Or are you going to be kind? Will you choose a life of ease or a life of service and adventure? You've already made some big choices. You've declared a major you think will interest you at a college you think you'd like to go to. You may have found a job that will lead to a career you think you will like. You may have picked a trade. Some of you have chosen to serve our country. And some of you are still searching and trying to make choices where you'll fit in this world. Just know that you always have the choice to change if you open your mind, your arms, and your heart to new people and opportunities. Don't say something is impossible before you even determine if it is possible. Sometimes you have to put your fears and doubts aside. If you're 27 and just starting a family, or if you're 45 and your kids are leaving the house, or if you're retiring like me, the power to change, not just your job, but your life is always within your reach. All you need to do is not be afraid. of making a choice. Do your best to make the right ones, and do your best to learn from the wrong ones. When I look back, I probably shouldn't have put the fart machine in the podium when the principal was making his opening day remarks. I probably shouldn't have wallpapered the police officer's office in Dunkin' Donut boxes. But one of the best choices I ever made was to give up nursing and become a teacher. My friends and family had thought I lost my mind. I was a successful nurse. They said, why would I ever want to give that up and teach teenagers? My response was and is, have you ever worked with doctors? Choosing to be a teacher has truly transformed my life. Every day you challenge me, sometimes in a good way, and sometimes in a not so productive way. But I loved every challenge, and that's what I want for you. You need to choose a life in a way that will transform you, instead of a life defined by media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, or any other app that consumes you. Though Hollywood does get it right sometimes. As Grandma said in the movie Parenthood, you can live your life as if it were a roller coaster with all the ups and downs. Or you can live your life like a merry-go-round and just go around in circles. The roller coaster is by far the most exciting choice. Don't be limited to the merry-go-round by self-imposed restrictions that you aren't smart enough or you aren't good enough. Because if you do, those will become self-fulfilling prophecies. Ultimately, the choices you make in how you choose to deal with those tough events in the future is completely up to you. At times, you will have to choose to put aside some immediate desires for the bigger picture. Gone are the days of making choices by going eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Hopefully, during the last 4 years, you've been given and shown glimpses of how to choose a path that will allow you to follow your passions, nourish your curiosity, develop empathy, tolerance, and understanding for your friends and those around you, and be involved in your community. So many of you are already on that path. Andrea, Amanda, Adam, and Josh, who choose to stand up for what is right. Kristen, Megan, Vanessa, and Ashley, who choose to always want to do their best, even with cases of severe senioritis. Teresa, Heather, and Maya, who choose to see value in everyone. Matt, who chooses to love knowledge and willingly chooses to share it with others. Ahmad and Addie, who are respected by their friends for their choices and values they hold. Crystal, who isn't afraid to venture and chooses to encourage others to do the same. Alicia, who made the hard choice to move so she could have opportunity. Katie, Tyler, and Preet, who choose to have a smile for everyone every day. Sam, Aang, Morgan, Ryer, and Jacob, who choose to play for the love of the game and not the glory. Aaron, who chose to persevere and never give up. Abe, who discovered philosophy. Luke, Margot, Farrell, and Dan, who discovered their love of theater. Jacob and Ryan, who chose to share their love of music. Elizabeth, Kelsey, and Shabani, who graciously give so much of their time to help others. Jason and Brenna, who stand up for their convictions. Gus, Michael, and Vincent, who have chosen to develop a love for the written word. Your parents and teachers who challenged you and pushed you, despite your pushing back. You may not have always liked them or what they said, but I hope you know they have always just wanted the best for you. I could go on and naming everyone whose choices have made such an impression on me and your other teachers. But now, we need to take a moment to celebrate the choices we have already made that have resulted in us being here this afternoon. In a few minutes, we will become Wiegons. As we go, think of the diploma that you are about to receive as your ticket to choose. A ticket to your future and a ticket to change the world. The choice is up to you. class of 2013.